From the heart of VA where the truth don't sleep. AK and Cruz bringing talk that's deep. It's real, raw, no sugarcoat feast. Broadcast live with the beast of the east. Topics that hit from the block to the booth. No fluff, just fire and a dose of the truth. Cruising, radio 1.28. Tune in and vibe, don't be late. Let's talk Tuesday, come and ride the wave. AK and Cruz got the words to say. From 7:30 to 9:30 we go strong. Keep it Richmond real all night long. Let's talk Tuesday where the people speak. Cruising radio, we bring the heat. So lock in, lean back, get in your zone. AK and Cruz, the mics they're gone. Politics, love, what's hot in the street. Culture, the grind, what makes us complete. Voices of the people, Richmond pride. AK drops gems, Cruz rise the vibe. It's not just a show, it's a movement real tight. Breaking down the noise, shedding truth and light. So every Tuesday night, don't miss the beat. Cruz Inc.'s live in the convos elite. Keep it real, keep it live. Voices rise, we testify. Keep it true, through and through. AK and Cruz, they talk for you. Yeah. Yeah, let's talk Tuesday, come and ride the wave. AK and Cruz got the words to say. From 7:30 to 9:30 we go strong. Keep it Richmond real all night long. Let's talk Tuesday where the people speak. Cruising radio, we bring the heat. So lock in, lean back, get in your zone. AK and Cruz, the mics they're thrown. Keep it real, keep it live. Voices rise, we testify. Keep it true, through and through. AK and Cruz, they talk for you. Let's talk Tuesday, come and ride the wave. AK and Cruz got the words to say. From 7:30 to 9:30 we go strong. Keep it Richmond real all night long. Let's talk Tuesday where the people speak. Cruising radio, we bring the heat. So lock in, lean back, get in your zone. AK and Cruz, the mics they're thrown.
What up, everybody? What up? You know, we come in on some shenanigans tonight, boy.
Oh my God, you're so
Let's
stupid.
give it a round of applause for the shenanigans once again. Hey,
Oh
how
my God.
everybody doing? It is what time?
Let's Talk Tuesday.
It's Let's Talk Tuesday
On
time.
Tuesday.
I tell you, it is the first Tuesday of the month too. Yep, February 3rd.
Yeah,
First Tuesday.
2026 gonna fly like 2025.
I know we already in February.
We're in February already.
And for those guys that are procrastinators, you got 11 days.
Right.
11 days. So don't say you weren't warned. Are we talking about waiting to the 13th, 10 days? No, 11. Everybody say that, boys and girls? 11.
Yeah.
Before, again, some people, they plan big, some don't. Some go the spur of the moment thing and run to CVS, grab a card and a box of chocolates real quick. I'm telling you, don't y'all do that this
Only
year.
probably get them, grocery
Right?
flowers,
All the
grocery
above.
store flowers.
Yep. All the above. But before we get there, guys, we have to make sure that we take care of our sponsors because we certainly appreciate their sponsorship. And our platinum sponsor is the G Law Firm. And as I tell you, I don't care whether it's Let's Talk Tuesday, Cruising Radio, no matter where I am, I always talk about if you've been injured and it's no fault of your own, make sure you contact the G Law Firm. Why? It's because they have been where many of you are Their attorneys have been involved in accidents, so they know what they expect from the attorneys from the other company. They know what they expect from the adjusters. And let me tell you something about these adjusters. They will call you and try to be your friend and try to minimize your pain and your damage because they work for a client and their job is to save their clients money. And the G law firm wants to make sure that you get adequate payment for your injuries and for your the damage you suffer. And sometimes there is not a money value on it, but you want to get the most compensation for your injuries and for the loss of damages to your vehicle, could be damages to your household, companies. But again, personal injury attorneys, 804-226-4111. They're relentless, they're reliable, and they have a great reputation that they can stand 10 toes down on, as the young folks say.
Young folks say.
As the young folks say. All right, guys, that's again, appreciate the G Law Firm. We got a show that's packed full of information tonight, insight tonight, and hopefully you guys will understand that when AK and I do these things, we coming from a good place. Now, if you receive it wrong, it may be the way you received it, and not necessarily the way we transmit it. So,
Don't do that.
yep,
I'm sorry.
well, yep, exactly. So, AK, what's been going on, girl? It's been
I'm tired of the snow and ice. It got to go.
oh,
Ice
man.
got to go. I know people, their front yards is nothing but skating rings and steel. A lot. A lot has melted today. I think I like in the 40s.
Yeah, yeah.
So a lot has melted today, but my back is still sheet ice. Because
Yeah.
there's no sun get to my back from my garage coming in. It's like, I don't know.
Oh, that little hill that right there,
Yeah.
you got do some serious skating back there, sledding and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if y'all want to, don't go there and without her permission, sliding on ice because if you get hurt, that's your fault.
There's been a few of us that already failed.
Yeah. That's why I'm so over this ice right now because Friday it was a day. Down goes Frazier twice.
It's not fun. It's not fun.
You got to imagine, I'm like 5'11" and a half, 240. So that's a lot of weight hitting the ground, and you can't catch yourself. I jammed the first part of the day out there, trying to be cute, go out there and just pick up the trash can and bring it back out the streets. And let me tell you something that you should not do. You should not be wearing flip flops outside.
Who does that anyway in 10-degree weather? Who? So you have flip flops on.
Yes, a lot of my Caucasian friends do that.
Okay, so you fell in the flip flops.
I fell in the flip flop.
Yeah, you were supposed to fall in flip flops.
Yeah,
But
but
why do you have flip flops on outside?
because I was just thinking I'll just run out here real
run
quick.
back in.
Yeah, sure did. And by the time I was going around the car there, I didn't calculate that too good. And so yeah, I lost my balance. And the key is you have to be cool when you do stuff like that. I laid there for a minute, AK, and I looked around and see if anybody was looking. And fortunately, I was at the back of my in-laws' car, so nobody really could see me. So I just kind of gathered myself, looked at my finger, make sure I hadn't turned it inside out, anything like that. And then I struggled to get up. Trying to get up off the ice.
It's not funny.
It was after I got up. And then I went in the house and, I had a thought in my mind, am I going to play the sympathy role or I'm going to go ahead and macho?
Mm.
I went in there with mixed feelings because I went in there where my wife was and she looked at me, she said, "What's wrong?" I said, "Nothing." And she said, "Yeah, it was wrong." I said, "I fell." And then she looked down at my feet. She said, "Oh, she broke loose on me like a bobcat on a piece of meat." Yeah, and the business out there, no slip like that. I'm like, and then I got real macho. I'm all right. told you I'm all right.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I was like, and then that night, what was I doing that night? Oh, uh, young man from across the street came across and helped me break up some of the ice and
Mm-hmm.
everything. And we were going along. I mean, we were getting it, boy.
Okay.
And so he was coming down the path again, and I forgot. I'm so used to stepping back on the grass when I'm doing something. And guess what? It was no grass. It was a sheet of ice.
Everybody see the ice.
Nothing but a sheet of ice. And slipped and fell.
Oh wow.
Down goes Fraser, second time. And so the young man looked at me. He said, "Unc, are you all right?" He said, "Unc, you too old to be falling." And I said, I looked at him. I said, "Nephew, I'm good." And so by that time, he offered it to pull me up. I said, "Wait a minute, now, we don't both need to fall here, so make sure you got your balance."
Right.
Because this is 240, you trying to get about. Ain't nothing like dead weight, man. Dead weight is something else. So anyway, he got me up. He said, "I ain't got but one word. I ain't got but one phrase for you, Unc." He said, "You took that like a G. You fell down and you just practically bounced
Oh,
back
my
up."
God.
So yeah. In other words, I'm just tired of the ice now.
I'm tired of ice too.
Tired of the ice. So anybody else fall in the ice out there? I mean, I know I can't be the only one.
I took one step. I stepped off the sidewalk. I took one step to reach for the car door. And Jack's car sits up a little high. While I'm under the car. I'm under the car.
No, not up.
When I fell, I just slid under the car. I sit there, I just laid back, got myself together. My head didn't go all the way under, but the body was under the car. So it stopped before my head went under. I said, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
So I started laughing. I just started laughing like, all right, now I got to slide up. Every time I slid up, I was sliding back down. So I had to scoot up, and I was like, this right here, just stay your ass in the house on so ice.
Yeah, yep.
It's no use.
That's
It's
the
just
best
no
thing.
use.
You're absolutely right
It's no
about
use.
that.
Going out.
Yeah, because you're gonna mess up something, and if you get over a certain age, the century mark, things don't heal like they normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Who they laughing at us already? And don't y'all be laughing at us already.
I'm under the car.
All up under the car.
I'm under the car.
I'm so glad that you're right. That you bounced back.
Yeah, I bounced back.
Yeah.
Charles Willis said black ice is dangerous. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. It is so dangerous, not even funny. So, welcome, Dr. Willis, the actionist for the city of Richmond. Appreciate you tuning in. Many of you are here, so let's get this. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling here, because you.
Yeah, I guess I'm supposed to LOL. Be quiet, Jack. Get off this live.
Now stay. We're gonna need Jack in a few minutes, because she's
Oh,
gonna
my
have to
God.
send down some amens here in a few minutes.
Tisha said you can ice skate in her backyard.
See,
I tell you, it's something.
I'm done.
It's something.
But these people that are out here in Bird Park
Hmm.
on this ice, and then on the James River,
Oh no, that may be a little dangerous. I'm surprised they letting them do that.
they not letting them. They just people,
Just doing
going out there. And the first time you hit a weak piece of ice or something, and go up under the James River, people don't understand it has some strong currents, even if it's iced over. The currents, the debris, all that stuff will take you up under there, and either you're gonna, perish from hypothermia,
Mhm.
or just drown in period. So yes, stay off the ice. Stay off the ice.
All right, let's get into this topic here.
Let's go, girl. What we got?
Well, you want to talk about this little crazy drama with Trump? Let's get that out the way real quick.
Yeah,
What's your
let's.
opinion?
You talking about him and that girl?
Yeah, that girl
That girl.
who don't really have a career, and then she really ain't gonna have one.
You know.
Kanye tore his up dealing with Trump.
Yeah, Kanye and a couple more that
Yeah.
roll up in the
Ain't
White
doing
House.
nothing. Ain't heard nothing from them.
Yeah.
Doing nothing.
Um, you know, you have to be careful who you align yourself with. And, you know, Nicki Minaj is one of those that I guess she has a purpose in mind that she think is going to help her to get, what is it, a gold card or something that he was offering, allegedly for $1 million. You pay him $1 million, you get to stay in the United States or
But I
something.
think she already has her records.
You
But
think
I
so?
read something
Uh-huh.
today about she is legally. Somebody Google it and make sure I saw it correctly. But if I'm not mistaken, so I don't know what the method to her madness is hanging out with that guy.
You think it may be for because you said her career is sliding. Now this makes her relevant. I know she just released a new song or album or something. Perhaps that notoriety and all uh, the media attention is what she's planning on to help
Well,
her.
she better hope Trump supporters buy whatever she just got out because the whole lot of us ain't buying nothing. So
Uh, and that's the part is that many of us in our culture forget who put them in the positions to have the
mm,
wealth and the
mhm,
fame and stuff.
mhm.
So
But that was a shocker though when I saw that. I'm like, where is this coming from? So that was a little bit of shock. I think it shocked a lot of people. I don't believe anybody thought she would go that route.
uh, another thing she said, talking about hooking up with him and whatever was that because of her spiritual beliefs, she basically was drawn to Trump because people were bullying him, and so she felt that.
Lie,
He,
lie. That's a whole lie.
so
I'm
she
not
felt
believing him.
compelled to go and basically
Come on now.
uh, defend his honor.
Lie.
I'm like, tell me, how can you defend his honor?
There's a whole lot of honors out here she could have defended. But you're gonna go up there with the orange man? Come on, are you serious right now?
Hell,
Try to go.
she said this in a
Nikki,
recent interview.
did you see the Cardi? Cardi went in on him.
No, I missed that. The Cardi going
Somebody
on?
pull it up. Cardi went in on him.
Yeah, if y'all out there, and please
Pretty much she sold her soul to the devil.
put
Pretty
in
much
the
what Cardi said.
in the comments, the what Cardi B had to say about. Now, I got a little question mark about Cardi too, because I might get a little, just a tad bit of flack on this, because Cardi B, her boyfriend, a significant other, plays for the New England Patriots. Well, the Kraft family owns the Patriots, and guess who is one of the biggest supporters of the Orange Man?
Oh,
Is the Kraft
oh,
family.
there we go.
Yep. So while she
Okay.
sitting there and going in on Nikki, they say better, that's almost like the pot calling the kettle black.
I guess she was going in because of the music thing and you turn your career up and why go that route kind of
Mhm.
thing. Not their personal lives, but just
Right.
musically, you just are like an idiot.
Kind of
That's
like
pretty much what she was saying.
that she sold her soul to the devil.
She told anybody up there standing up there, they sold the soul.
He had to be
Believe,
careful. And I
She said,
know,
look, she didn't care what nobody said.
right.
So anything we saying right there don't mean nothing. You don't hear Red ass anything that we saying. She said she do not care.
Well, again,
So it is what it is.
when your sales tank and you out here doing bubblegum commercials, you gonna carry in.
I know, right?
So
All right, enough of her.
enough for her. All right, enough for her. You had an interesting conversation. You be having some interesting conversations with people.
Man, people call me about some of the crazy stuff.
So,
Call me for topics. Call me, tell me what the topic should be.
uh-huh.
So I put it out. We put it out earlier.
Oh, right.
And one of the things was who is the head of the house? Who is really the head of the
is
house?
The head of the house.
The man or the woman? But it really, the power of the P, the power of that, it had all of this kind of correspond brought together for real.
Yep. Because a lot of people have sold
You
their
had your
souls.
house?
Am I the head of my house? I I had to qualify to be the head of my house. And
Please explain, because you know anybody know what you're talking about.
first of all, do I want to go spiritual this early? I mean, because first of all, being the head of the house uh, goes deeper than having a penis. Okay, let me just put that out there right
Yeah.
now. No, some people think just because they swing and they hit that house and
Who
as
the hell thinks
not.
that? Who thinks that? Are you serious?
I'm serious. Some people,
Who
some
thinks that?
guys think just because
Because they packing.
they the alpha male, they the silverback gorilla and all that kind of stuff that automatically makes them head of the house, or just because that they are the male, and but there's some
Yeah.
qualifiers to that in the spiritual aspect of it. And but before I get there, let's kind of connect a little bit of this thing here between who is the head of the house and then the power of the P. Now, the power of the P, since you're a woman, explain the power of the P. Is it a myth or is it real?
Oh, it's real.
It's real.
Yeah, it's real.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's real. And I advise every woman and every man, I don't know about these men, but every woman needs to go out and read The Power of the Pussy
Okay.
by Cara King.
By who?
Cara King.
Okay.
Kara King
All
is
right.
her last name. Go out and read that book.
Can you give us a little
You got
highlight?
audio. I mean, it's a lot. She just really talks about why it's such powerful.
Okay.
Because some of the things that she said was, all women need to sit down and you need to write down 10 things that you really want and like about a man that
Okay.
you desire. So you put those 10 things like literally on paper and
Hmm.
you don't move from those 10 things. You don't lower your standards, but those 10 things got to make some sense.
Okay.
You know, it has to make sense. What is your vision of an ideal man? What is the vision that you have of an ideal man for you? So that's something else that was in the book. Do that man meet your standards? It's a good one. Do that man meet your standards? Because we have to have standards, and we can't lower our standards.
So, are your standards objective or subjective? Because sometimes women's standards can be subjective and not in accordance to what a man is capable of doing or what a man's role is.
Well, when you roll up on that man that you're looking for,
Uh-huh.
all of this got to align in. You can't go out and meet the guy that ain't meet none of your standards or your qualifications.
All
You
right.
can't.
Question. Any woman, I dare you to answer this right now. What is the first qualifier for that man for you to align yourself with?
Well, people have different qualifications. You talking about the qualifications? What do you mean? Say it again.
What's the number one thing that's important to you that a man must qualify or in order to be with you?
Kindness.
You said
It's a
kindness.
must. It's just a must.
I'm gonna open up my phone lines here. I'm gonna give you all my main number 804-405-7498. Ladies, or you can put it in the comments. What is the first thing that a man has to be when before you align yourself with that man? All right, I'm waiting. We'll leave that question over, but I want to go here
But
because
first, though, Cruz, we got to realize we got to figure out, is this man worth our time? Because I believe if this man is literally worth our time,
uh-huh.
one, we're gonna hang in there. Two, he know we hanging in there because now we've made him feel that he's worth our time. So I believe the chase is going to get real at that point. Once he realized that we realize that, okay, this guy maybe we're not worth our time, because a lot of times we're not worth our time. We out.
Okay. on what?
Yes, it was red. Do you have?
No, I don't have one of those. So
I'm just saying.
So she's telling women, let me get this right. She's telling women that because you all have a vajayjay, that you can use your vajayjay to basically structure what type of man you want.
No, that's
Okay.
not even nothing I just said.
I'm just
I
saying.
align. I first of all, we're trying to find that man that we want.
Okay.
Everything I said was just that. I ain't say nothing. You just said.
I'm just asking. I'm asking for the
But
people in
it
the back.
becomes powerful once you find that those visions that you have, all the visions that you have there, the qualifying, what that man, what they qualify. Do they qualify? Name the 10 things. Stability should be one. Love should be one. Respect should be one. It's a lot of things that you can write down and what you're looking for. So once you write those things down and you run into that guy, okay, we starting somewhere, right? So once that man that we feel like, oh, he may be the one that's probably worth my time, because we're going to use our intuition, right? And when we get that to the point where we're using that intuition, and you'll know whether or not you're feeling it or you're not feeling it. And when you got that whole gut telling you something else that you feel like you may need to roll out. If we're telling you need to stay, we're going to stay.
Fellas, I want some of you all to call in first before I jump on this down this
On the
rabbit hole. Yeah,
on this
because
bandwagon.
there's
But once we realize this is the guy, that's when the power peak will start at that point. But you got to get to that point where you realize, but it's going to be easy at that point. At that point, it's going to be easy because you both are aligned with what it is that you both want. Because if you're still hanging out in the midst of me doing all of this, what that say about you?
and then I'm wrong.
That you what?
Then I'm wrong.
That you grown, but you still want to be here. Because you could roll out at any time in the midst of all of this that I'm saying. At
Okay.
any time, you could have rolled out,
I could have.
but your ass still here. So being that you're still here, that means, let me see what's going on with this chick, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to see,
Okay.
what you
I'm
bring.
just saying.
What you bringing to the table.
So all of these things that I'm saying that we need to do or start and try to look for, just gonna go out just because he bought dinner that day. What that mean?
It means
He just got a paycheck that week. His ass may be broke come Wednesday. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So we can't say, oh, he has money. We can't say that because we don't know that yet. It's too early in the game.
You may not know that.
But not quite. But we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out before we actually jump in the sack. We're supposed to find out all this stuff. Because the book pretty much tells you that don't just give up the goods without this man qualifying everything that you're looking for. Don't just give it up so quickly.
Let me ask you a question from a woman's because it's kind of like an old fable where it was these men, they were in the barbershop and they were having a discussion, and one of the old savvy gentlemen said, every man has purchased the vagina. And,
I've heard that one.
an argument kind of broke out
Okay.
about that because one dude said he
Okay.
never purchased any vagina.
Okay.
And so the old man said, you know what? I'm going to make you out a lie right now because you didn't purchase that vagina. He said, have you ever brought a woman anything, whether it be a cheeseburger, a sandwich, or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
He said, if you spent a dime buying her something, anything,
Doesn't matter what it is.
it don't matter what it is,
Oh, yeah.
you done bought that vajayjay.
I ain't never thought of
And see, somebody said
it. How do
that.
you feel about that? You heard it. I mean, what's your thought?
I mean,
But a man saying that.
if you boil it down to the nth degree, what he's saying is every woman is a garden hose tool. If you put it in that perspective, I, I'm gonna put it like this: I don't think the body is for sale. Okay, you doing stuff because you want to. If you buy a woman, whether you buy a cheeseburger or a steak from Chris, the expectation should not be whether you're gonna have to get a chance to have sex with her. The premise should be you're doing it for kindness. You're doing it to, because it's the right thing to do. Now, a lot of men, even like we talked about this before, when they buy you a drink, especially a expensive drink, they looking for some conversation and hoping that that conversation turn into a
turn
little
into
bit.
something else.
Yeah. So there are some.
That is no freaking expensive drink. That damn expensive to just say I'm going like, all right,
But that's why
I'll
they
be
keep.
right over.
That's why they keep giving you 3 or 4 because they hope that that inhibition will soon wear down, and there are some devious men out here that everything is a conquest. Okay, fellas, I'm gonna keep it
To
100.
see if I can.
Yeah, to see, if I can uh, conquer, or if I get enough drinks in her, then she's going to be highly lucid. She's going to be more promiscuous and things along that line. Now, fellas, y'all should know not every woman, once she get a lot of liquor in her, just want to throw open her leg. Some of these women get a little mean to be wanting to throw some hands. So you have to be careful what she about to throw, because
Oh my God.
But AK, somebody thinking sometimes is so wired crazy. Don't you think? When it comes to these relationships and how people just assume that certain things are supposed to happen.
I think it's the individual, right?
Okay.
It's the individual person and their mindset.
Okay.
That's why I'm telling these women, if that mindset don't align with yours, you gotta go.
Okay.
You gotta go.
Now I'm going to do something here. We've had a little shenanigans, but the reason I asked that first question is
Okay.
the first thing on a woman's list that she should look at when aligning herself with a man, or even entertaining a man. What is his level of love for God? That should be the number one thing, because if that man has a love for God, follows God, understands God, then everything else that you look for is going to be there.
You think so?
It's got to be, because if he doesn't love God, he can't. And I know there's going to be some flack. Because some people will say, well, I know some people that were atheists and they love their wife dearly. Okay, but what does a husband have to do? Ephesians talks about um, that a man love his wife as Christ loves the church and gave himself in. There are 5 things. Y'all get y'all pencils right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. There's 5 things. 5 P's. I ain't talking about the power of the thing. There are 5 adjectives that describe a husband. 5 P's. The first one is that he's a provider. A husband has to be a provider, meaning that he has to provide the basic things to have stability. And you talked about that stability in his household.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing that he has to be is a protector. He has to
Mm-hmm.
be able to protect his family, protect his wife, you know, to bring security, and not just physical security.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be mental security,
Yeah.
emotional security, and physical security. So that's the second thing. The next thing that he has to be is a prophet. He has to be able to give his family, his wife, sound words. Because if you get a joker that give you advice, and that advice ain't worth 2 cents, you're not gonna have a lot of respect for that man. So being a prophet means that he is foretelling, he's using wisdom to guide and navigate his home. And then the fourth is he has to be a priest. And that priest means that he has to be a spiritual leader in that household. Not just by mouth, me telling you spitting scriptures at you all day. That's not being a priest. My life has to align with what I am preaching. Was the Bear White saying, practice what you preach? So I can be telling you, AK, you need to do this, do that, and I'm doing just the opposite of that. How inclined are you going to be to listen to what I'm saying?
I hear you.
No, I'm just asking you.
Right.
If I'm not doing the things I need to be doing, but I'm telling you, what you need to be doing, are you going to be that inclined to listen to me? Okay. And so the fifth P is a partner. A partner. That partnership means that he again doesn't see you as a subservient woman. He understands your thoughts, your feelings. He knows if there's certain things you want, he's going to try to provide for that. He's going to bring stuff to the table. He's going to make sure. Oh, we got a call, y'all. We about to. I'm gonna put this one on. Good evening. Good evening. How you doing, ma'am? All right. All right. You must be calling in to start something. Go ahead.
No, I'm not going to say too long, but I had just logged on and I kind of sort of caught the tail end. But you were saying something, and correct me if I'm wrong if I understood you properly, but you were saying something about pretty much taking advice from your spouse, and I think that's so true because we're not dumb. We have brains, and so if I feel as though your advice is kind of lopsided, I'm not taking it. Maybe that's why I'm not back with you anymore, but I'm not taking the advice. If I will accept the advice, but if it's, I have a brain, so if it doesn't align or just doesn't make sense, no, I'm not listening.
And you're right. I would agree with you. Women have to know when they're receiving what we call sound doctrine, because if you don't know what sound doctrine is, you subject to believe anything. And unfortunately, there are a lot of women out here that are just doing things for a man just because he said it. Don't mean it is right. You know.
I agree.
Yeah. So, and this is even though we're having fun with this, there is again, AK asks question: are you the head of your house? And I want to say this: technically, if you're not doing all the things that you're supposed to do, you're not the head of your house.
Exactly. And hi, AK. I'm sorry.
How are you?
Yeah, you landed that plane real hard.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I had to add that because I totally agree with that.
One of the things, TB, that people have, Ephesians 5 is one of the most difficult scriptures that a man and a woman have because they have some misunderstanding about that in terms of roles. Just because, just say if you made $100,000 and I made, 50,000, does that make you the head of the household?
No.
Not at all.
Well, I got some smart women in this show. You're right.
Not at all.
And that's been the problem. We've been basing, leadership based on how much you make and, how smart you are. Now, you definitely want to make sure you got somebody, if you following them, that's got some wherewithal. Because the Bible talks about blind leading the blind. I mean, if we running together and I'm running us both in a hole, that's not going to do us any good. So somebody got to know where they're going in order to make the journey successful. But you asked me a question: am I the head of my house? I am the head of my house. I am the lead of my house, and that lead comes with leading with love, because I can't make my wife do nothing. I can't, you don't lead with fear. You don't lead with intimidation. You don't lead with the ego.
Right.
You know, If she doesn't respect me, she's not gonna follow me. If she doesn't love me, she's not gonna follow me. So those things got to be first. That a woman has to love and respect a man, and you get a woman that loves and respects you, she's gonna follow you. Same thing, ladies. If you got a man that loves and respects you, then you're gonna be willing to go a little extra mile. You may want to swing from the chandelier with that idea.
That's what I'm saying. Once we get our qualifications that we want out of a man, that stuff is going to come. Just like you said, if she doesn't love you, she's not going to follow you. If she doesn't respect you, that's exactly what I'm saying on your qualifications. Get your qualifications right before you go out and try to, that man that you think you want, and he ain't it, and you know he's not it. Use your intuition. He's got to go.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because we'll fall right in place. And
Thank you. Exactly.
Easily. It's not even a question. We fall right in place.
So it has to all be aligned. Yep.
We're not, probably need to look at yourself.
Yep. And I think we all have taken inventories of ourselves as a man. What are the qualifications I'm looking for in a woman? What are some of those things that I'm not gonna be willing to make concessions on for the woman that I want to commit? Just like you were stating earlier, there are certain things that you want in your man, and you want that man to have those. What about if he's working, ladies? If he's working on trying to, he doesn't have all the boxes checked yet. How many boxes? How many of the 10 things you mentioned? Top 10 things. How many of those boxes does he have to have checked already?
10.
Got to have all 10.
10.
You can't have 9.5.
10.
If you're working on yourself and you're continuously developing
if we're
yourself,
seeing it,
identify your strengths and your weaknesses, and you're continuously developing and working on yourself, and you can actually admit, yes, this is where I'm a little weak, I need to grow, whatever the case may be. I'm with you.
I'm gonna think about it.
So you got to think about it.
I'm gonna think about it.
Yeah,
Because talk is cheap.
Okay.
Talk is cheap, and I'm gonna have to think about that, because talk is cheap, and you can say all these things to me, knowing damn well you ain't really working on nothing. You're saying this to me, but are you really working on it? Because right now, sir, I don't see it. And if I start seeing some things, I'm with you.
Exactly. My point stems from they're doing the work.
You're doing the work. Okay.
Not just talking about it. I'm saying somebody who is actively doing the work, and you can see that. So I'm riding with you on that. Absolutely.
Hey, Big Will, I wish these guys would put more comments, man. Y'all be trying to hang a brother out here by himself. Y'all can't be doing that all the time. You got to stand up and draw a line in the sand too. Either say when I'm wrong or chime in when I'm right. Either way, you're not gonna hurt my feelings.
And a lot of times we as women don't want a whole lot. It's really not a lot. That 10, just because I said 10, I mean, it's those 10 is not really a lot. These are things that we should be getting every single day anyway, that we would want in a relationship anyway.
Okay.
That should automatically be there. When we see you for the first time, that love, that respect, the stability, do we see all of these things? Do you even like your mama? We need to know this. You know what I'm saying? How do you treat her?
Right.
That's important. Because I'm going to know how you're going to treat me. That's really important.
Yeah, you need to know that background. How did they come up? Because that tells you a whole
lot.
That's all your answers right there.
Yeah, I agree. There are many times that the relationship between a mother and a son, a lot of times going to be indicative of that relationship between, a husband and a wife. It goes back to is it love or is it lust? And that's what has to be determined. And we were talking about that the power of the P. Many times the power of the P doesn't have anything to do with love. It's lust. When David sent Uriah to the front line, he was lusting after his wife and had that man, go out there. When Samson gave Delilah, the secret to his strength. Was it because he was in love with her,
Mm-hmm.
or because he had been whooped by her? I'm gonna. Hopefully, I'll get to heaven. I can ask Samson. Samson, what happened, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you, give her the secret? And it just goes on and on. What? Go back to, Adam. Adam said, told God, said, "Is that woman that you gave me, that made me do
Right.
this?" So, was it that he afraid of Eve, or was he just why was he influenced by Eve? We can all speculate that on that, but you know, it just goes to show you that men throughout the annals of time have always, in most cases, succumbed to women.
Right. Well, I just wanted to call in, and just calm down. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the back of the church and sit down.
I like that one. All right. Well, make sure you wake the rest of them in the back of that, so they can hear this.
After we eat our mints, we'll come back.
All right, then. Good hearing from you. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
But I mean, like TV was saying, women are not dumb,
No.
at all. By
But
no
they really got to trust their intuition, and a lot of them don't. And a
Mhm.
lot of them will stay knowing that they really need to trust their intuition, knowing that. And some women, I think, feel secure there because they know the guy's doing whatever, whatever, whatever. I'm
Right.
not ready to walk, but it's not where they really want to be.
Mhm.
You got to roll out, because sooner or later you're gonna be miserable at some point. So you're gonna have to roll out.
And that's a good point you just made. Feeling secure or feeling being in that familiar space,
Mm-hmm.
not knowing, okay, if I leave this person, what am I going to run into out there?
Right.
And that's, you can't operate off of fear.
Right.
Like I said, fear will keep you into places that, for a lot of women, have gotten them seriously hurt or killed. I was talking to the chief last night, interviewing him, and when we talk about the number two crime in the Richmond area and throughout the region is domestic violence, and that people are stuck in relationships for a number of different reasons, but that main thing is not wanting to uh, leave that situation because they feel secure in it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Big Will said, I'm single, so I might not be the most qualified person to comment on this subject. I don't know, Big Will. I think that, in terms of, as a single man, what you're looking for, I think, part of the reason that you might be single, and you can chime in on it, is because there's a certain type of woman that you want to be with, that you want to commit to. So I would say that you're single by choice and not by force.
Right.
Yeah.
But I noticed he said he was single, but being single and we're single, and these are our qualifications, these are our standards. We need to make sure that Big Will is the guy that meets those out of that 10 or out of that 9 or however many that you have. But so yeah, he's probably is a good person to answer a lot of these questions actually.
Yeah,
Being
absolutely.
single. So let me ask you this. So someone said to me today that I don't want no woman asking me for nothing. I don't want a woman asking me for anything.
Ooh.
So I'm like, okay. And I said, so apparently you already know her needs then. Well, she shouldn't ask me if, to get her hair done or get her nails done. I'm going to automatically do it. But he then came back and contradicted himself a little bit because he want to do it when he gets ready to do it. So if I have a regular appointment, nail appointment every 2 weeks, and I have a hair appointment every 3 weeks or whatever the case may be, and you decide I don't want to get your hair done, I'm not going to even try to help you get your hair done. But I know that's a need that you want, that you do every month.
Right.
But is he right or wrong for saying I'm going to do what I want to do when I want to do it? readers.
True.
Like we talked about earlier, men are not mind readers. So how would you know? How would you know?
Right.
I mean, you may know that I'm going there, but my thing is, as the head of the house, is that part of the head of the house deal, or you just think, well, if you want your nails done, go get your own nails done, spend your own money. If you want gas in your car, you go fill up your own car.
Thank you, Big Will. Yeah, we hopefully everybody's back on.
But I'm gonna tell you a couple of things I'm not doing if I'm married.
Okay.
I'm not paying the mortgage.
Okay.
Period. I'm not. I'm not putting gas in my car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I'm not gonna go out there and see whether or not my tires, is low air. You're gonna tell me there's certain things I'm just not gonna do, but there are things I will do. I don't mind paying some light bills, some water. I don't mind helping out. I'm not saying I'm not gonna contribute to the house.
Right.
But there's just things I will not do if I'm married. Not doing it. I don't care who make a comment out there. I'm not doing it. As you say, I'm 10 toes down on that. I'm not doing it.
And I'm going to say this in preferences, not because to be bragging, because first of all, God has blessed me to be able to do certain things. So I give Him first all the credit for anything that I do. But in a discussion we kind of had offline, I said the way that I, structure the way that I do things is somebody call back in. Oh, here we go. I'm going to hold my statement for a minute, ladies and gentlemen, and bring this young man to the line. Good evening, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great. You know me. If I smell it, I'm going to tell you.
What you telling tonight, sir?
I'm just now. Let me tell you some of. See, I've been sitting back watching the whole time. Let me tell you some of that beautiful flower you guys see.
All right.
I'm trying to figure out what does she mean. She's not going to do this.
I'm not
going to do that.
I'm not
going to do this.
I'm not.
She don't know how to change a tire.
I didn't say change a tire.
Do those things, but you do know how to do them. Then what happens then?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. And no, sir. Let me tell you something. If you want to be the head of this house, why are you going to have your woman out there changing the tire? But I didn't say change a tire. I said if I had low air in my tire. So my thing is, even if I had to pull the machine out, why am I doing that when my man is in the house? If you outside or you walked out and you know I'm going to work the next day, then go out and make sure the maintenance on the car is straight. I just think that's just something simple that a man is going to want to do anyway. That without us even saying anything.
But that's stereotyping. Because that's a lot of things that a lot of women know how to do that men may not know how to do.
Well, but they better figure that shit out. Figure it out, sir. You better figure it out up in this house with AK. You're going to figure it out. You're going to figure it out quick. Because I'm not going out there.
What if you had a son that is soon to be a man? Then wouldn't you teach him how to do those things so he can come from boys to being a man?
Who's teaching? Me or his daddy?
What if there's no daddy in the home? And I ain't personally picking at you. I'm just saying there are situations like that.
Well, you better have a whole lot of family support. You better have a lot of family support. You gotta have to have family support. I mean, there's a lot of single parents out there that say exactly what you're talking about, who's out here trying to raise these men. And it's really hard for a woman to raise these boys into men because we're not that. We're not that. So we're going to have some family support. It's going to have to be some grandpas, some uncles, some cousins. Somewhere is going to have to be around because nobody can convince me that a woman can really teach a young man every single thing that they should know growing up to be that man. We can't. We're not there. We can't.
You see, you just hit it. And that's what I'm talking about.
Family support.
Your expectation is that the male figure in the house, once they reach that certain age, and if they're in the household, then there are manly things they should know how to do. But you also stated, not to contradict yourself, which I love that. That's what I was getting at. The fact that if the person can't, then there's got to be another male figure. There got to be another man figure. There got to be another predominant person in that area that can. So, for example, that's why I'm so supportive of the Broken Men Foundation, that takes young boys that don't have men, and I'm not trying to promote Elliot London and what he does, but what he does is true. He takes young boys that don't have that male in the house, and he says, hey, we're going to teach you how to tie the tie. We're going to teach you how to shake hands. We're going to teach you how to be respectful to the young ladies, because that may be your mama, your sister, or your auntie. And those are the things. I want to get to that part also where we talking about the head of the household, because sometimes we have heads of the household, and then there are times where we have knuckleheads of the household.
But we're not talking about knuckleheads, because we as women have already set our standards. We already know what we want. So if you're our husband at this point, you already met our standards. So we don't have that knucklehead husband. We're not talking about the knucklehead husband. If you have a knucklehead husband, then you allowed yourself to lower your standards to get that knucklehead husband. That's your problem. That's your fault, because you didn't use your intuition, and you should have rolled your ass up out of there, and you didn't do it. But we're talking about the one that we're married to, like the Cruzes of the world, that we're married to, that already know that Cherry ain't got to ask for nothing. He already knows. He's already that provider. He's already the head of the house. He knows that I'm going to go out there and make sure my wife's car is straight before she pulls out that driveway going to work, or going down the road, or she's going up to New Jersey, or whatever the case may be. He's not going to let her get in that car if that car is not right. Those are the type of men that we're talking about that has aligned with our qualifications. That's what I'm talking about.
I got you. See, that's the key right there, Ms. Angie, because you and Cruz started with men, what's expected of a man. You never say what's expected of a husband. That's the difference. And a lot of women got to understand that. I don't want the women that's listening to get it twisted or get it confused. She's talking about a husband, and a man that finds a wife, that's how he becomes a husband. You're a man until you find a wife. Once you find a wife, now you are a husband. And a man that finds a wife, he finds a good thing. So once he finds the wife, you are exactly correct. And I hope people are listening, because don't expect a man to do all of those things that she just mentioned, and he's not your husband.
But he has to start. But the thing about it though, Will, is he has to start at some point, and you're starting in that dating stage. Because I can't wait till we walk down the aisle and the papers are signed for you to start doing those things. You're gonna have to show us that stability. You have to show us that respect and that love and all the things that we put on that qualifying list that we want in our life. We're gonna have to see that off the bat. Oh, that's why I kept talking about them daggone potential boos. Your ass is gonna be one of the potential boos, and not to the point when I'm about to walk down the daggone aisle. We're trying to get to the point where we're walking down the aisle. We're trying to get you out of the potential boo stage. So you're gonna have to start. But you're gonna have to start somewhere.
Yeah, because I don't want to take up your show, but the serious part of it is the fact that, again, a man that finds, didn't say a woman, he said a man that finds. Let me tell you why. Because in the beginning, God created man and gave him dominion over everything. Everything in the air and everything on this land and everything in the sea. He controlled it all. He could name it. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. All of that stuff. But man was missing something. And he kept whining to God. I'm missing something, because Mr. and Mrs. Baboon, they're over there making noise over there. And then all of a sudden, here come a baby baboon. And it won't be the boys making noise. It was mom and daddy over there doing the thing. And you had the lions doing their thing. Everybody had something to hang out with but man. And God created one man. And when he created that one man, he created woman from the side of the man. That's why it's hard for me, because I never want a woman walking in front of me, because she should be the lead. And she should never be behind me. But we walk side by side, because we are better together. So when we come together, now a man that findeth the wife, because he got to be looking, he will find a good thing, because everything that woman needs, here's going to key to what you said. Everything the woman needs, the man will already have it built in him. It's already in him. Mm-hmm. There's some things that ain't come out of him that he don't even know he can handle. until he find the correct woman and the right woman that he's supposed to be looking for. Because if the woman is looking for the husband, she's wrong. She shouldn't even be looking for no husband, because she's made in a wonderful image and likeness. And God, she got some things that man can even never compare to. God gave her that kind of thing, and it's so appealing to the man's eyes and to his heart and to his soul that he sweats when he see Angie. I mean, when he see a woman. So with that, when he comes to Angie, because see, any man that comes to Miss Angela Knight and he knows how to decorate and he knows how to set up events and he knows how to do this and that ain't the man for you. Because that's you. God gave you that. But he may know how to do whatever you're missing in that business. He has the expertise of that. So if you're missing how to the time when it had that tire blow up, you're right. He's supposed to already know. He's supposed to already check it out. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. And you're right. They do need to know how to observe. Any woman that I want to deal with, let me tell you what I do now. I ask her, what is your Facebook? And then I let her know, say, I'm going on your Facebook. And I'm not stalking, but I want to know everything about you. I want to know all that, because Facebook, and I don't have a problem with Facebook. I just got a problem with some of the faces on the book.
Go ahead, Reverend Jackson.
I'm going to end with that woman, but a man, she's talking, everybody that's listening, even the women. I'm glad you clarified that. She's talking about a husband, or one that has the potential of being a husband. Mm-hmm. Not just some Negro, not just some, because then you become not the head, but you're a knucklehead. And if you got a knucklehead in the house and somebody trying to be a head, that's 2 heads in the house, and 2 heads is a monster.
Before you go anywhere, Willis, a couple of points that you made here, and that since we're on there, and this is good edification for people, you have to know again about the word husband. It basically it denotes somebody that has a spouse. Just because a man is in your house, don't make him your husband. And that he becomes your husband, according to the word of God and according to, as Christ says, if he is again giving himself, he's making sacrifices, he's doing all the things that again where he's putting God first, he's putting you next, and then he understands what let me go ahead real quick here. The reason I do what I do is not because I need my wife to brag on me, because she don't have to say a word. If I'm doing the things I'm supposed to do, other people will notice. But the first person that's gonna notice is God. He like, I gave you a responsibility.
Thank you.
I gave you that responsibility of taking care of your wife.
Exactly.
And if I am not living up to my responsibility, I'm not being accountable to God. He's gonna hold me accountable in the end.
Cruz, let me add to that real quick, because see, to both of y'all, what I know, this is what I know. Number one, your wife, when she comes home, she expects certain things. She expects you to pick her up. Your wife works every day. I say, Cruz, where you going? You going to the store? Something. Cruz said, I'm going to pick my wife up. You go pick your wife up. You bring her home. I've seen you cook. I've seen you clean. I've seen you do all the things. And it's not that your wife can't do it, but if that's as the head of the house, if that's what you got to do, then that's what you do. Let me tell you something about Miss Angela Knight right there. I have never, ever in my life seen her name dragged across Facebook or on social media. I don't even know if she's married. I'm pretty sure they're being lined up if she don't already have a boo and not a who. But ain't nobody running.
With some stuff, boy.
Ain't nobody running nothing there.
Right.
So I'm looking at an example of both a man and a woman, and that's it. And for those that don't understand, that's why it's so profound of the message that you're putting out today. I'm telling you, I stood in the cold, freezing, waiting for the monks to come through. And when they got to station 17, I walked from Station 17 to City Hall with them. It was so cold and I was so tired. When I got to City Hall, I thought I was a monk. I felt like a black monk. But for the love and respect, I leave it there because the peace that surpasses all understanding, I picked up. That's the same with both of you all. You all opens up this show tonight peaceful and with a peaceful mind, and you're going to close tonight with a peaceful mind. You ain't going to get tired of between who got whatever comments they got to make and all that. You're not going to come back and talk about people or allow them to talk about you. Because I see right here on the screen, there's a husband and a woman. And I ain't going to ask you if you're married on TV because everybody going to want you, Angie. And I don't want everybody to want you because I get a little jealous too. Me and Cruz don't play that. And then I call
That is too funny.
Because you got some brothers that protect you because you're a woman. And there's an expectation that's expected. I'm going to leave it there.
My brother, I appreciate you and your comments. Even though he does the Jesse Jackson thing with a lot of rhymes, he's very passionate about what he's saying. And I know from personal conversations with Willis is that he has his standards as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he's, like I said, he used that word, a man that finds, because you have to be looking, have to have eyes wide open to see certain things that you want in a woman. So.
I think a man that pays attention is huge. Just paying attention is huge.
Yeah.
Pay attention, you will learn a lot. You will learn a lot.
And a woman too, Angie, because you became.
You got to pay attention. We pay attention because we're looking for those qualifications. Yeah, we're definitely paying attention.
Paying attention in many different ways because you even called me one time and said, "Well, step in my office and let me tell you some things that's going on." And I had no idea. See, that's a real woman that don't want to see a man going astray. When you see a man trying to do his best. But I'm going to leave it there because I know you got other callers who come call in.
Well, we appreciate you always, comments and everything. And, continue to call in. And because, we were talking about this. People need to hear other perspectives other than mine because my word is not the law. But I try to be that wise person that puts out wise information because, again, at the end of the day, I'm going to be held accountable for everything I say and do in this body. So I want to make sure what I'm saying and doing is in alignment with the Word of God. Thank you, Doc. Yes, go ahead.
I believe that girl already had her gold card. I think she was trying to save her family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a good point,
Yeah.
man. That's a
I do
good
too.
point.
Exactly. That's my thoughts.
I think she already had it.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, bro. Salaikum salam.
I'm done with you too.
Again, going back to a lot of things, Willis said that we're on point is that it's all about relationships and knowing how to navigate.
Communicate is
Yep.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just these things that you're looking for. And everybody can't be a communicator. Everybody in relationships don't communicate well. You'd be surprised you mad and upset, but you can't communicate why you're mad and upset without taking it to another whole level.
Right.
So if you can find somebody that communicate without going 10, it's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a huge start in itself.
Of
That's
course.
huge.
You got to be able to, if you're going to have a difference or a disagreement, you have to be able to sit down and, like I said, first of all, you got to check yourself. Why am I mad? Why am I going to 1,000? Is it because I'm frustrated? As you said, I'm frustrated because I can't articulate what's going on with me. Then find another way to, write it down.
Well, sometimes, it's not that the person started off at 10. It starts off calm. The other person sitting there looking at you like they ain't got nothing to say. And then we didn't go to 10 because you try not even talk about it. Because you may not at that time want to talk about it. But you're not even communicating that. You over there looking crazy. Instead of just communicating, look, give me 5 minutes.
Right.
Something.
True. That's
So
true.
it just all depends on why somebody went to 10. I don't think anybody's going to go to 10 off the bat. And if you are, that's just, I don't know why you're doing that. Because first of all, how are you going to get your question out on 10?
Can't do
So You can't.
Because if you come in here at 10,
Right.
it's two things gonna happen. I'm gonna
You're gonna shut
shut
down.
down,
Yeah. You're
or
gonna shut
I'm gonna
down.
shut you down. It's gonna be one or the other. Gotta get Big Will here said he does all those things. He said first of all he paid the mortgage anyway, so that's gonna be one of those things that he take care of. He's always take care of the vehicles. I can cook and wash clothes, but I will not be fussed at, cussed at, or demanded.
Come on, say it again.
And again, that is about respect.
And that's a whole lot. A lot of what he said.
Yeah.
There's a lot of men that's not doing that. I know some. They're not doing that.
Right.
And so when we bring that out and we're talking about it, everybody got something else to say, but you can do whatever if it's working in your house, then continue to work in your house. If you feel like that's peace in your house and it's really chaos and you want to constantly be in the peaceful chaos, then you stay in that peaceful chaos. But I'm just saying, at the age of 61, it ain't no freaking way. I can't.
Right.
I'm not, the rest of my days, it's not going to be chaos.
Right.
I can't. It makes no sense.
It should be. You're right.
It just makes no sense.
It should be. And, one of the things that was a part of an adjustment is my wife had, her father was in the home. And once she was the firstborn and she was, in school, she was smaller. So it was some lessons and things that she learned. He taught her how to do certain things to be independent. And then when I came along, I am like, okay, now I'm taking care of this.
Say it again.
I'm doing this.
Say it for the people in the back.
And so
Say it for all the little smart ass comments that I'm out here reading. Say it for all of them that ain't doing shit in your house.
yeah,
Your house tore up, or your woman half ass, and you got 3-4 potential boobs. Okay,
hello. I mean, it's just
say it, because there are not a lot of yous out there.
well,
Trust me, it's not.
I hate that.
And I take that back. They may be. Well, no, it ain't a whole lot. It's just not a whole lot. I think there's out there. I think they're out there.
There are a lot of great guys out here, because first of all, I try to align myself with like-minded people. Because I'm not going to be out here running around with people that I know that will, nobody's going to influence me. I was talking to a young man today. I said, look, be a leader. Don't be a follower. Because he was, I was talking to him and his grandmother, and he'd been just off the chart. I said, look, man, let me tell you something. You got to dare to be different. And that's what I decided to do for myself. I don't care what Tom, Dick, and Harry are doing. I'm going to be different. I want to be that type of man that, again, where it's not stressful for my wife at home.
Right.
It's not stressful. Because we deal with enough stress in the world all by ourselves. And so my point was that there was an adjustment for her to learn that, what men, real men, what a husband is supposed to do. You can be with a man, but it's a different thing being with a husband. Okay, I'm a husband.
There you go.
And there's something that somebody I heard a old preacher said, a husband is a house band. If you take a rubber band and you put it around something, it keeps that thing together.
Okay.
And that's what a husband does.
Right.
A husband manages, he keeps things together.
Right.
Not out of force, not out of intimidation,
Right.
but out of love
Exactly.
and respect.
Exactly. And then you don't have a wife that's will take advantage. You don't have that type of wife that, that's just greed.
Right.
You don't have that type of wife. And we're not trying to be that type of wife.
Right.
We're not. Because if you want to come in and then just take advantage of your husband because he's doing all these things and you just adding extra bills and extra money, you're doing all this extra stuff, you really don't love them anymore.
No, you don't.
It's no love there.
Say that.
It's
that.
no love there whatsoever. You can't do that.
Yeah, that goes back to that word again, partnership. When Charles mentioned that, God created, he said, a helpmate. That is partnership. If we're in business together, it's not a good thing for me to try to take advantage of. We got a profit here, and I'm gonna spend all our profit. I'm not going to put nothing back into the business. That's not fair to you as a partner in the business. If we start looking at things simplistically and quit trying to overthink the process,
Right.
we would have a lot better marriages, more healthy relationships, and things along that line. And again, men, and I thank God for all the good men out there that are trying to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
We have to stand up and not allow other men to be the example, but we have to be the example, and showing that our sons, just like you stated, I have a daughter, but I can't teach my daughter how to be a woman. There's certain things that as I can only teach her what to expect from a man.
Yeah.
But I cannot teach her how to be a woman.
Correct.
And there's
And vice versa.
right.
And that's what I
Exactly.
was saying earlier. You got to have that family support.
Yep.
You know.
Good. We'll see y'all preaching tonight. Thank you, Will. He
Yeah,
said
yeah,
communication is definitely a key component. What are some of the comments before we close down? Some of the
See, like,
comments.
you have a lot.
Oh, that's Will. I got Will on the page, appreciating him and Charles. But man,
Deanna was like, hello, people. Mike Street said, you country. I don't know what that means. Then he said, they can't, whatever that means. Married country, LOL, whatever that means. Call in, Mike, since you got so much to say.
yeah, Mike. Here's the number,
Mike
Mike.
Street, call in, since you have so much to say,
I
sir.
like Mike Street. I met Mike Street interviewed me one time. 804-405-7498. We're gonna keep the lines open for
If you're
Mike.
man enough.
Mike. Put that challenge out there.
Mike knows me, sir.
I know it.
You
804
man enough, sir.
405-7498. I'm gonna say it again. This country boy from Tennessee. 804-405-7498.
Well, I'm from the country,
Yeah.
but I know what I want.
We challenge anybody to call in right now.
Absolutely.
Yep.
We can be country all day,
Yep.
but I ain't lowering my standards for nobody. I don't care how country somebody think I am. I ain't doing nothing. It's not happening.
I will say the number again, 804-405-7498. There's so many levels to what we talked about tonight.
It's a lot of levels,
Yeah.
but next week we need to really talk about the power of the people, because once we get to the stage where you are in your marriage and everything that you're doing and everything that you have brought to this table today, I hope a lot of men are listening. And if you ain't doing some of the stuff in this house, in your house, shame on you. That's all I'm gonna say. So I think it's a whole one-on-one class need to be handled, because I think a lot of men just, like the knucklehead I talked to today. Like, what? I'm not gonna get no nails done. I don't want nobody asking me for anything. She shouldn't have to ask you for anything. If you know that need is there, if you want your women to look good, you would do certain things when you want your woman looking a certain way. You would want that.
And I'm gonna try to be a defense attorney here a little bit for him. Hopefully, the way he communicated that was just a little bit off. What he's saying is that he's man enough to see what you need and gonna be proactive, rather
But
than
do it when he
reactive.
want to do it. So what does that mean? I'm going to do it when I want to do it.
I'd
What
like
does
to
that
ask
mean?
him to call in or put in the chat or something. What does that mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't want to assume or speculate whatever. What does that mean? Do it when you want to do it.
My comment was, get off my phone. Get off my phone. That's my
Ooh.
comment was. 'Cause I'm like, what do you mean you want to do it when you want to do it? So that means everything in the relationship that you're dating, you're just going to do when you want to do it. And I know men do that. They do a lot of things when they want to do it. But if you know your wife is doing things regularly, make sure your wife is straight. If you can, if you're able to.
And I said this earlier. I said, there's a structure that I do in my home. I try to take care of 98%, 95% of the household essentials. That way,
You
my
really need to
wife-
say that for the people in the back, because they did not hear that.
I'll say it again. My structure, and God has blessed me to be able to do this, is to take care of 98% of the things, in the house. so that my wife has the luxury of being able to spend her money
How
on
she
the
wants
things
to.
she wants to buy.
There you go.
And again, it goes back to what you said. She's not greedy. She doesn't go out here and create a lot of debt for
Right.
us. And I will say this because she knows that I shelter 98% of the things. Uh, she will give. She gives something monthly on the mortgage, but still, even part of the mortgage, I would say 85% of that mortgage I take care of.
Mhm.
And she does that because she said you got a lot on you. She recognized that. And I told her at some point in life, I pray to God that her check is going to be her check. And she always tells me, she will tell me if you need something, just let me know.
Mhm.
Uh,
There,
so,
there you go. Good one.
uh, but you got to understand. Again, I'm going to talk about this
And
real quick.
sometimes we don't even have to say if you need something, let us know. Sometimes we'll see it. And
Right,
we know that's the need there. You just don't want to say nothing because that's that man thing that you got going. But and we're just gonna do.
right.
We're just gonna do it.
Absolutely. And I want to say this about the power of the key because,
That thing can be powerful though
yeah.
for some folks.
yep,
It can be reckless for some people. It can be dangerous for some people. There's
Yeah.
a whole lot of power in it.
it is. And if you become fixated, influenced, or just totally focused on sex, then what happens after the sex?
Yeah.
What happens if you, fellas? Because we get real egotistical sometimes. Some of us are blessed, and God has blessed us certain ways, and we throwing it down out here when we young. When we young, we just breaking backs. But what happens if your relationship is only built on breaking backs? What happens when your back is broken and you can't perform like you used to? Suppose you got high blood pressure, diabetes, and things like that, and your whole relationship, ladies, and I'm talking to you all too. If that man can no longer perform like he used to, are you going to get your boy toy? Fellas, are you going to get your side piece? Or are you going to, adjust your life uh, in a way that is not built on the necessity of sex?
Mhm. Mhm.
Sex is intimacy. And see, this is the thing we get mixed up. Ooh, we about to open up a can of worms. There's a difference between intimacy
Mm.
and sex.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Animals can have sex. We supposed to be different. We supposed to be intimate with each other. We supposed to be, using, that as a way to connect. Oh, girl, ooh, it's about to get quiet out there in the peanut gallery because we use sex as the number one qualifier, and a lot of both men and women when that should be number 11. That shouldn't even be the first part of the 10. And I've heard this argument. Well, if he ain't no good in bed, I don't want him. Well, or I got a weird.
It's important.
I got a
I'm gonna leave it
weird.
right there. We're gonna leave that right there, but it's
Oh,
important,
man.
okay? It's important.
Man, I got another way. I've heard guys say, "Man, she was great in bed." What does that mean for in terms of how you rate a woman in
They're
bed?
doing some stuff.
I guess if she's spinning and twirling, she great. Oh, y'all have made me go back to the shenanigans. I wasn't gonna go to the shenanigans tonight, man. But anyway, it's been a great conversation tonight. It
What
really
are you
has.
talking about? Are you talking about Mike Street from 106.5 The Beat? Whoever made the comment? Yeah, we know Mike. We know Mike. Call in. We're trying to get him to call in. Oh my
Anyway.
God, that is too funny.
But
Well,
yeah,
stop starting problems. I'm the only one who started problems on this show, boo.
yes, she's the problem.
I'm the only one that started problems on the show.
Oh man. But any closing thoughts, AK?
We're gonna tap on this a little bit next week because we really didn't talk about how powerful it really is and can be and dangerous.
Because some of y'all, in fact, I gotta say that there's always a spiritual twist to this. The Bible talks about not withholding the intimacy, and some people know that it's so powerful and that they can make a man do anything they want to by withholding. We need to talk about that. Now, is that right? You gonna withhold to make a man do what y'all want him to
That's
do?
not
You weren't supposed to answer
right.
that.
Oh, I thought you was asking. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry.
No, it's good. But yeah, I agree with you. AK, there have been a lot of men that have lost their mind
Mm.
behind. Can I say that word? I'll just say with JJ. I'll say with JJ. I can. Yeah. There are a lot of men
Uh-huh.
that are incarcerated because of the JJ. When you look at when I was looking at on Monday nights, my favorite show, one of them is Fatal Attraction.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's always one. He done got. It was, in fact, last night was a good one, y'all. Y'all give us about a couple of minutes.
I don't watch that. Oh, but okay.
If you watch it one time, you'll get hooked. It was this old gentleman and this younger woman. At first, he was like a mentor to her and everything, and she had a boyfriend, and they were kind of off and on. So when the girl was off with her boyfriend, they kind of hooked up. And I guess that young girl laid that thing on him that he was even jealous when the girl mentioned the ex-boyfriend's name. And so the what happened was she told him, said, look, quit being so jealous of Jason, I think that was his name. And she like, you tripping. And she rolled over. And just the fact that she said Jason made him lose his mind. Because all the first thing he thought was she giving that cookie to Jason. And because he thought, and he said this to the detectives, he thought that she was having a relationship, giving that cookie up to her ex, and man shot her in the back of the head.
Wow. Oh,
So
wow.
it goes to your point about the power.
Dangerous.
It has drove some of us to do
Mhm.
some crazy stuff. And then there's another show called For My Man. It comes on right after that, where women have done some outlandish stuff for their man. Most of it is because of the power of the P. Again, our P, not y'all P. Stop it.
You stop it. I didn't say it.
But yeah, some women can get so hooked, addicted.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
That's an
Act like
addictive.
a whole food.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that man, sex can be addictive. Period.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of power in it.
Yeah.
A lot of danger can be in it. It's a lot of power to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
I've seen men give women children Benadryl because they want to put want to put them to sleep real quick.
Oh,
Don't y'all be doing that out there. Don't be getting them kids on Benadryl.
I know people that do it too. Unfortunately, I know people that do it as well.
And sometimes when married folk do it, like, man, it's something we give some warm milk or something. But yeah. But don't y'all be doing the harmful stuff to the kids. Take them out and wear them out if you can. And then when they get home, they be a little tired. And but that time y'all tired too, trying to wear them out. But anyway, that's another whole thing. But yeah, again, it's powerful. We go ahead and admit that it's powerful.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
And it can be controlling. And there's a lot of women that control with that.
Will said withholding will get you cheated on. Don't do it. Don't withhold it. Don't withhold it.
Your
Yep.
point.
Oh man, I got to
You
go.
cheated on. Yep.
It will. It will. Man, I hate to keep dabbing, but I always said that the Bible is basic instructions before leaving Earth. and it talks about if you withhold, you cause your significant other to fall into temptation, and that can end up being your fault. Even if people might have stepped out on you, yeah, they wrong, but did you drive them to do that?
But my thing is, you must have withhold a lot for you to get to the point where you feel like you got to step out. But you may want to have a conversation
Yeah,
before you step out.
yeah, y'all better sit down and talk about that
You
thing.
may want to chit chat about that
Yep. So,
before you go step out.
yep.
Like you better tell Chicken Dude get your mess together. You know.
And the reason that it says that the only time you withhold, of course, sickness is going to be one of them, but it says when you are entering in prayer together, y'all need to be in prayer. One that the you don't get tempted while there's a period of abstinence, and that whatever is causing one of the other person to want to withhold, that y'all praying about that thing. That's the deeper message there is that if you don't like me, you don't want to give it to me anymore, then why? Let's pray about you not liking me. If you don't love me anymore and don't want to be intimate with me anymore, we need to pray about that and then see how we're gonna resolve that. So, well, they got a whole lot tonight.
I mean, I know a guy. He's still married. He's still in the house,
Uh-huh.
but he said he refuses to touch his wife.
Ooh.
Is that? Do you think that's the truth, or you think he's just full of crap? Or well, that's what he said to me. He's just a friend of mine, but he said he refused. He said I don't see her the same way anymore. I just don't. Is that something that you guys were like? Why are you still there in the house? Why are you still there? So it must be what? Because a lot of you guys blame it on the kids. I ain't going away because kids.
Right.
So,
And there are a lot of men that are no longer sexually attracted to their
To their
wife,
wife.
and they're just going through the motions. They're in the house and possibly could not be having any relationship with her. But again, that's not solving the problem. The problem is still there,
Yeah.
and you creating a bigger problem because now, you're if you virile is the word. Virile. Y'all write that down. Look it up. And which means that you have a high sex drive. You're going to be doing something.
Yeah. You're gonna step out.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
So is that a just cause for you to step out? I don't know if there's ever a just cause as long as you're married for you to step out. And then apparently there's no communication
right.
because they ain't even talking about this thing. And I'm told it's been like a couple of years now.
And you made a valid point. Is there a just cause? We can have a just cause in our mind, but is it really a just cause?
Right.
So I think we're doing just because. I want to stop right there. I done did the Willis thing right now.
I know, because can't nobody roll that stuff off their tongue, Bo Willis like that. Willis just rolled it right off.
Yeah, he does. He does.
And that's so funny.
Yep. So I got my Willis theology on for tonight. I think we'll stop right there.
There we go. All right.
Any more questions? Any more comments?
Nah.
We don't want to slight anybody. We don't want no nasty emails or them being in your inbox and saying you didn't recognize it or you didn't mention their comment publicly.
I get a lot of DMs like some people don't put comments down because they just feel like they can't. It's just
right.
It is.
Oh yeah, because you're gonna see their name.
I don't exactly.
Yo.
So they just don't put the comments down, so they'll hit me, in my inbox. I get a lot of that every Tuesday night.
You have to start writing those down so we don't have that name.
Yeah.
And say, we have one person say this and one person say that, and unless you said something stupid, then we'll call your name. No, we ain't gonna do that.
We don't. Yeah. We're not
do
gonna do
stuff
that.
like that.
You didn't put it out on the page. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, exactly. So your anonymity, but I'm done. Your anonymous comments will remain anonymous. All right. Take us out of here, AK.
Nope, that's your job.
Oh man,
Look, I'm staying in my lane over here.
It's been awesome. We certainly appreciate you guys. Big Will, Willis, TB, Bike Street, all the people that were coming.
Tanya was here,
Uh,
Justin, Deanna was on.
Jackie,
Yeah.
everybody. We're not gonna start calling names, but we'll miss somebody, and somebody be mad at us, and we ain't trying to have that.
Hey, church.
Right.
You know how church people get mad because the preacher ain't mention their name when they did something at the
Yep.
homecoming.
Sister Gertrude made that spaghetti, but you forgot to mention Sister Salad with the salad. So
And all they remember.
I put extra cucumbers.
And he ain't called my name.
He said a word.
Shoot. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
He ain't gonna get no more homemade dressing from me. Oh boy, I tell you. But yeah, we gotta go.
They won't get another salad, period.
Won't get no
We
more
ain't bringing
salad.
another one up at this church. You
Yep.
call my name.
I tell you, don't forget Sister Salad and her salad. Say that fast, man. Oh boy, I'm out of here, man. As we always say, whatever comes when the heart reaches the heart, let somebody know how much you care about them before it's everlasting too late. Peace, love, and blessing, everybody. We love you guys. Talk to you soon.
And we'll see you next week on Let's Talk Tuesday. Let's talk about it. Ladies, know your worth. I'm out.
You out.
The first thing that you need to do is to make sure you get yourself to as safe place as you can. Find yourself a competent attorney who practices in personal injury and will understand some of the things that you're going through. And as I tell people, for 33 years I've been doing this. I've had my own accident. So I would like to be one of those individuals that they would interview so I could at least try to find out how I can best help them myself.